I'm going to give you 3 concepts that elite athletes use to avoid shoulder injuries. So concept number 1, they have incredibly strong backs. You only need to look at professional rugby teams, Olympic weightlifters, powerlifters. They all understand the importance of having a really strong back to prevent shoulder injuries. So how can you implement this? Well, I would do 2 pulling variations a week to train your back. So number 1, we want a vertical pulling variation. So this could be a pull up, a chin up, a lat pull down. And then the second pulling variation would be a horizontal pull. So this could be a seated cable row, a seal row, a single arm dumbbell row, any variation of that. Just be creative. I would go for 4 sets of 8 to 15 reps on each of these, and I would progressively overload these each week by adding some reps or increasing the weight. And then I would rotate and change each pulling variation every 4 to 6 weeks. Concept number 2, rotation of pressing movements. So again, if you look at any elite athlete or professional team, they don't just bench or strict press, they also do other pressing variations. This is so the shoulder doesn't just get used to moving in one particular way, because in sports, in life, even in the gym, our shoulder doesn't always move in the perfect way. So when we get put in awkward positions, because we've trained a broad variety of movements, our shoulder will be more robust and it will be able to handle being put in these awkward positions. To achieve this, I would rotate your pressing movement every 4 weeks. So on week 1 to 4, if you did a bench press, then on week 5 to week 8, then you could go into a single arm dumbbell press, a landmine press. Just be creative with these pressing movements. There isn't any wrong answer. And again, you can always include variations of those box standard movements. So again, with a bench press, instead of just a standard barbell bench press, maybe an incline dumbbell press, maybe a single arm incline dumbbell press. There's like unlimited variations when you start to include things like dumbbells, landmine attachments, all those sorts of things. And then the last concept is plyometrics, which is just a fancy word for speed. Speed is incredibly important when it comes to how the shoulder functions, because our shoulder isn't just designed to move slowly and lift really, really heavy weights in the gym. If you think about, again, rugby, you think about throwing sports, when you watch the athletics, so like people throwing javelins, it's designed to be used explosively as well. So a simple way to do this is just add in 2 plyometric sessions every week. These can be included in your main strength sessions. Just do these as part of a warm-up before your main pressing or pulling variations. So some really good options here. Plyometric push-ups, med ball slams, any variations of these. You can just do up and down ones, you can do rotational ones, you can do ones where you're in a half kneeling position. Again, just be creative with this and don't get stale. Don't just do one variation all the time. And don't be slow. The whole goal when you're doing these plyometrics is to put out as much force as possible in each rep. So here I would go for 3 sets of 3 to 5 reps. Again, we're trying to be very explosive in each set. So you want to rest for 2 to 3 minutes between sets, so you've got enough time to fully recover between sets. Because again, you don't want to be really, really fast in set 1 and then slower and slower in set 2 and 3. This is also a really nice primer before you go into a big pressing movement, because you're priming your central nervous system, you're getting it stimulated to actually move heavy weights. YouTube will now stick a recommended video somewhere on the screen, not sure where. I hope you enjoyed that. Take care.